if you still struggle with making the perfect jollof rice, oh yeah, come, let me give you the secrets. I think these secrets are going to help you achieve the perfect jollof rice. Are you seeing what I made? Are you seeing it? Okay, let's get started. So in a clean pot, just add your vegetable oil. For this particular recipe, I used olive oil, but honestly, you can basically use any oil you want. This is my already chopped onions, my red onions. Just allow your oil to heat up and then you add it. Since I'm using olive oil, I don't really allow the oil to get very hot, but anyways, that's not so necessary. So just pour in your onions and stir it all up together nicely. Okay, if you notice, I didn't make use of non-stick to make this party jollof because it's not part of the recipe. Okay, so you add your curry powder, allow it to release its own flavor into the oil, okay, before introducing your pepper mix. Okay, so for this pepper mix, I use more of tatashe and shombo because I want my jollof rice to be very red. Please kindly ensure that you add that to your own jollof rice. So use a lot of tatashe, a lot of shombo, very little or no tomatoes to be honest, and then you add your onions, your ginger and garlic and blend them up together, then add to your oil. Now when you pour this in, it's going to take a while to just dry up that oil, but just make sure that from time to time you keep putting in your spoon to ensure that it's not getting burnt, as you notice me doing. Okay, I don't want it to get burnt. This is not the time we want it to get burnt. It will eventually get burnt, but not now. Okay, so when I fried up the tomatoes and realized that not tomatoes, sorry, when I fried up my pepper mix, I said pepper, sorry, I'm not going to cancel this, I'm sorry, just listen to what I'm saying. I don't know what's wrong with me today, but just pay attention, you get what I'm trying to say. So you just stir up your pepper mix. When you realize that it's dried, okay, add your seasoning cubes. I used 3 seasoning cubes, but people like to go over this, so if you feel like this is too little for you, please go ahead and add more. Okay, I added my salt, of course. I just added a little salt because I already used a lot of salt for the meat, so I didn't want to add too much salt to it. I just stir this all up together and just ensure everything mix up nicely. Okay, see, when you are trying to fry your tomatoes or your sauce or your pepper mix, whatever, please be patient. Okay, allow it get dry. That not allowing it have that tart taste or that not dry taste. I don't know how to explain it better, but you get what I mean. Tomatoes that is not well fried, if it has that taste, it doesn't always come out nice, trust me. Okay, so now it's time to introduce my stock and also my protein. I use chicken for this. Now I usually add my chicken into my sauce to just mix it all up together, allow it cook so that this chicken can soak up all this sauce from the juice from the sauce, right? Then I'll take it out when I do not want to fry it. But if I want to fry it, I just entirely skip this process and just go ahead and add more water to the stock and just mix it all up together and add my rice. But because I don't want to fry the chicken, but I still want it to have very nice taste, that was why I did this. So I didn't allow it to be in the sauce for a while, for a long time. I just allowed it for like 5-10 minutes and I took it out. Okay, the essence is just for you to have a very juicy chicken while you are eating it. I didn't want to fry it, that's why I did it this way. Okay, take note of that too. When I'm frying, I don't go through all this process. All right, so after I was done removing the chicken from it, it's time to add more water. So I just added more water from the pots where I cooked the stock, just to get extra juice from it, or extra whatever from it. I don't know what I'm saying, and I don't want to stop this, like I said. So I just covered it all off, allowed it to come to a boil before adding my rice. Okay, now note that when you're making your jollof rice, you don't need a lot of water because jollof rice cooks with steam and not so much water, if that makes sense. So please don't add so much water to your jollof rice. Just add a very little. A little goes a long way. After stirring this up, I realized I needed more water, so I added little water, emphasis on little. Okay, I just added little water and allowed this to cook. Okay, you can see the amount of water I added to this. All right, it's just about the same size with the rice, because like I said, it doesn't need so much water. It really doesn't need so much water. Again, some people say they don't turn their jollof rice. I don't know what their reason is. Maybe because they feel like it's going to get burnt, but what's the point? It will still get burnt at the end of the day if you're making a party jollof. The main essence of allowing your jollof to turning it up while you're mixing it, it should just ensure that everything mixes up properly. Notice that initially when I turned the rice was already properly cooked but not burnt. So I wait for it to get properly cooked, then I turn it very well. Okay, I stir it all up together very well to ensure that none of the spices or whatever is under and the other ones are just properly mix it basically. So I took my time to turn it. If you notice now, the bottom part of this rice is already getting burnt. I still properly stir it up together the last time. The reason is because I don't want some parts tasting nice and the other parts not tasting okay. I usually don't like that, so I pay so much attention in turning it. And afterwards, your party jollof is ready. It is yummy. This is the perfect jollof rice you would ever have. I promise you, if you try this and you don't like it, come back and tell me in the comment section. And if you're yet to subscribe to my channel at this point, why don't you want to be a member of this family? Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post on here, you get notified. Okay, thank you so much for watching my video, and please leave me a comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Thank you, and see you next time on my space. Okay.